Hello and welcome to a Suntup Editions unboxing. This, my friends, is Good and Joyful Things. I'm actually surprised that this is coming in foam. The foam is usually reserved for new and pre-ordered Suntup titles. This is not a new title. This is Good and Joyful Things by Ania Ahlborn. Which I believe has been out for several months now. This is the Classic Edition. Not only that, it's also a scratch and dent Classic Edition. So I got it at a reduced price. It was a title that I had actually originally planned on getting, and then it actually sold out quicker than I thought. I mean, that's kind of misleading. It didn't sell out as quick as it should have. But it sold out quicker than I anticipated. Like, it seemed like it went from having an abundance of copies to suddenly being completely sold out. Interesting at the page, the dust jacket is on page 4. I'm thinking that maybe it's like highlighting what the defect is, but I don't know. So anyways, as I was saying, this is the first completely original Suntup publication. Like, it's exclusive to Suntup as of right now. You have kind of your American Gothic cover here by Kenn Mortensen. So, Classic Edition, meaning that it's signed by both Kenn Mortensen and Ania Ahlborn. So up to this point, everything that Suntup had published had, with the exception of maybe some introductions and afterwards, the pieces themselves had all been previously published. You know, they're in the business of taking existing books, existing titles, existing short stories, existing novellas in some cases, and making fine press editions of them. I don't really know what's dinged about this. I mean, it's looking pretty good to me. I guess the closest thing that they would have to an original title up to this point would have been Biblio-Mysteries, which were all previously published, but that particular compilation, that particular grouping of short stories was an original grouping. Listen, all previously published in their own respective Biblio-Mysteries, but that was a sort of pseudo original collection. But anyways, this is the first actual written specifically for a Suntup edition title. Ania Ahlborn, this is her 4th title with Suntup. Not the first one to get 4. She's actually the 3rd person to get 4. There was H.G. Wells. I don't know if we can really count Wells. I mean, yes, Wells did have 4 Suntup editions, but I mean, those first 3 were sold together. You know what I mean? Like, those that's not like 4 releases. I mean, it's 4 books. I don't know. I'm making up my own rules. Then there was, of course, Thomas Harris with his Hannibal series, and now Ania Ahlborn. But she was the first. She was the first to have a 500, first and currently only person to have 500 numbered editions of a title, with Brother, her very first title. She was the first author to have the raised 350 numbered edition limitation with Seed. If you see her, I don't think there's any firsts with that. First wooden case. I mean, I guess you could say first wooden case. It has a really nice wooden case to that one. I think I just said the phrase wooden case an abundance of times within just a matter of sentences. Now she has the first original title. So she is an author of firsts with Suntup. And maybe she'll be the first to get 5. We'll see. So I obviously haven't read this. This would have been a good one. I kind of wish there was an ARC, an advanced reader copy of this one, because this would have been a cool one to have an ARC of. But Suntup doesn't really do ARCs anymore. They stopped with Animal Farm. But this has to do with a struggling family, a mother, a father, a stepchild, and their child. I mean, well, stepchild to the mother, not to the father. It is the father. And, well, I think they have a strained relationship. And, well, the mother of the other child, the father's ex, who had fled the picture years prior, has now come back into the picture. And although, I was going to say it's the same end papers, front and back. And although the mother would like to, the actual mother, the protagonist of the story, would like to think that the ex isn't trying to ruin the family, she can't guarantee that. So she thinks that, she thinks that this ex is back and trying to tear the family apart. And well, it probably wouldn't be a Ania Ahlborn thriller if there was, if there wasn't some truth to that. Or I suppose there could be no truth to that. It could be like a psychological thriller, like it's all in her head. I don't know. I'll let you know when I read it. And I will have to give this a read just because, I'm going to read all the books that I own eventually, one day, hopefully before I die. But this one, I feel like I should jump higher on the pile because I don't think there's that many, if any, reviews of this title out. I'm sure there's some out there, but there's a very big lack of reviews for this title. So I got to get on that. I got to try to represent Ahlborn. But anyways, this is the Classic Edition, so it is signed by Ania Ahlborn and John Kenn Mortensen. All of the Suntup editions of this title will be signed by those two. It says 750 copies. For some reason, I'm thinking this was lowered to 500. This might have been one, I could be mistaken there. Maybe this was kept at 750. But in my mind, I'm recalling that this was lowered to 500 Classic Editions. I could be incorrect on that. I don't know. If I am, I apologize. So it's either 750 as stated or 500 as the errata slip would say. I don't have an errata slip, but that could very well be because this is a dinged copy. Maybe that's my ding. He ran out of errata slips. I don't know. But anyways, could be one, could be the other. Either way, it is fully sold out directly through Suntup Editions. So you have to go to the secondary market or other booksellers such as Subterranean Press, Camelot Books, or pick up a copy for yourself. However, if you do want to check out Suntup and you're watching this video right now as it's uploaded, there are still a few days left in Suntup's contest. Suntup's Willy Wonka contest. It's not actually Willy Wonka, but it's Willy Wonka-esque. If you go over to Suntup's site, go to the news page, or go to the link in the description below. He's currently has an Easter egg unscramble treasure hunt. I don't know what you want to call it. I believe they call it a treasure hunt. Essentially, throughout their website, there are 16 letters that the colors change to blue. And if you find these 16 blue letters, be sure to jot them down as you're going through. Be sure to jot down where you find them too, so you're not treading over the same area. If you find all these 16 letters, you can then try to unscramble a 3-word Latin phrase. And if you do unscramble this Latin phrase, you can submit it to a submission form. And of all of the winners, so right now it is October 9th. I should have checked the date. Right now it is Thursday, which I think is the 9th. Could be mistaken on that. Could be the 10th. Time is irrelevant. But anyways, you have until Monday, the 13th. I believe it's the 13th, which would mean today is the 9th, if I'm correct. But like I said, my days could be completely messed up. You have until Monday, the following Monday, to submit your answer. If you are one of the correct answers, your name gets put into a basket. Might not be a literal basket. It could be a literal basket. Who knows? It could be a literal name drawing on the Wednesday's live stream. And there are going to be 3 winners. The grand prize winner has their choice between getting a tour of the Suntup facilities, and you've got to pick a different hand soap there. That's got skull on it. That's probably not safe to use. Anyways, grand prize is either a tour of the Suntup facilities, which includes a goodie bag, it includes a dinner with the Suntup crew, and it includes a day at Disneyland the following day. I don't believe Paul Suntup is joining you at Disneyland. Maybe he is. I don't know. He didn't specify. The alternative grand prize is a one-of-a-kind custom bound edition of Blood Meridian by Cormac McCarthy. Very similar to the Word Scramble Latin treasure hunt with Neuromancer. The winner of that got a 1 of 1, which went to Tuan overseas. Lucky bastard that he is. You can get a 1 of 1 custom bound Blood Meridian. If you live outside the United States, Blood Meridian is your grand prize. Second prize is a pack of numbered or PC copies of numbered editions, including Stepford Wives and 2 other titles. I don't remember what those titles were. I apologize. Third prize is the lettered edition of another title, and I am drawing a blank on what those titles are. So, yeah, it's a lettered edition of something. Stellar prizes all around. I mean, you should definitely try to find them. Me, I found all 16 letters. That being said, I don't speak Latin, and I am not good at unscrambling words that I can't read. So I don't know that I'm going to be able to unscramble them, but I'm going to try my hardest this weekend. I also, just to clarify, I found 16 letters. I technically found 13 letters. There are 3 that I have it on good authority should be blue. They're not showing up as blue for me. And I know I'm colorblind, but I don't know. Maybe it's not working. Maybe it's my computer screen. Who knows? Who's to say? But anyways, the next Suntup title is next week. It must be next week if the live stream's next week. Up next is Outlander, rumored to be Outlander. Diana Gabaldon. Diana Gabaldon? Gabaldon? Am I butchering her name? Outlander. I haven't read Outlander. Probably not really for me. After Outlander is something. Oh my god. Brain is fried. If you stuck around at the 12-minute mark, I'm letting you down here. December is rumored to be Carry and Comfort by Dan Simmons. Oh, that's what November is rumored to be the Gormenghast trilogy by Mervyn Peake. That'll be very exciting. If you want to see the folio edition, the folio limited edition of Gormenghast, I did that on my channel. So it'll be interesting to see what Suntup does with it, other than letterpress. Letterpress by itself, stunning. I don't believe Folios was letterpress. I believe Folios was just, it was just printed. It was signed by Dave McKean and Neil Gaiman. I will say it's going to be tough to beat Dave McKean's illustrations. That thing was heavily illustrated. But anyways, I'm just rambling now. If you want to pick up a copy of Good and Joyful Things by Ania Ahlborn, you'll have to go to the secondary market or another bookseller, at least probably for like a year and a half before a trade edition gets released. But I'm sure a trade edition will get released. I have to commend Ania Ahlborn because she might have she's filling out her bingo card on small presses here, especially for small presses with original titles. She's got an original title with Suntup. She had an original title, Dark Across the Bay, with Earthling. She had an original title, Palmetto, with Thunderstorm. She is, filling out her bingo card. But anyways, check out Ania Ahlborn, especially if you want to read thrillers and horror novels about some very messed up families and family units, because she's got that down pat. But anyways, Ania Ahlborn, I hope you and your family get the help you need, because damn if your writing isn't heavy. Man. So anyways, if you want to live vicariously through me, I will be buying some more Suntup editions as I can, as well as plenty of other small presses as I can. So there's plenty of stuff to check out on the channel. So please consider subscribing. But anyways, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you around next time.